Hi, good morning. My name is Arjit Paul, and I'm the trainer for the AI Content Architect course from Uplatz. Today's topic is Introduction to AI for Content Creation. So, today's leading content creators have embraced AI as their behind the scenes creative assistant. From scripting YouTube videos to generating social media captions, AI is now woven into every phase of content development. Through this course, we are going to have an end to end option and end to end understanding how we are able to use AI in our work, create content, and make the most use of it. So, this is going to be an mostly a very modern course regarding AI, and will help learn each and everything in a very step by step basis. Right, so we have the entire option and we have all this documentation which we can use in the best way possible. And what's best than using chat gpt? So we have chat gpt into this, and we also need to understand that we have created an entirely new project called AI content course, and we are going to have this option into which we are going to have an in-depth learning and knowledge about this. Right, so we are going to say act as an AI content expert, and we're going to add this, make this very engaging. So we are going to break down and understand all these things, and specifically we are going to understand section 1, which talks about day 1 of our AI content architect course in a very fun, engaging, and highly practical way, with real world examples, interactive thoughts, and creative storytelling. So we can understand the section goals. So by the end of this section, learners should understand how today's top creators use AI to scale, visualize how AI compares to traditional content workflows, and we can feel inspired to experiment with AI in their own workflow. And just checking my screen. Okay, it's coming on share, which is great. So, welcome to the AI renaissance of content creation. Imagine this: you wake up with an idea. By lunch, it's a blog, a podcast, a LinkedIn post, and a YouTube short. Sound impossible? No, definitely not with AI. It is the new creator economy, and AI is the backstage engine. We can have real examples where we can understand how top creators use AI. So we can take and let's step inside the content studio of some of today's most influential creators. So one of the name which emerges is Ali Abdal, the productivity doctor. So Ali uses Notion AI to outline YouTube videos, newsletters, and blog posts. His secret, an idea to publish system using prompts plus templates. As a result, turns an idea into fully published content in under 60 minutes. So we can try this. Write a Notion AI prompt for outlining a YouTube video about productivity hacks. So that is one example which I am mentioning. And you know what? Let me just duplicate this slide. You'll say What is Notion AI? So let's make it a bit short, so I'll say make it crisp. So what is Notion AI? Notion AI is built-in AI assistant inside Notion, a popular productivity and workspace app. It helps you write, summarize, brainstorm, and organize content directly inside your Notion pages. Think of it as ChatGPT inside Notion, but it's optimized for note taking, content creation, task project management, brainstorming, and outlining. So, what can Notion AI do? Can generate blog posts, email, social posts, brainstorm ideas in form of titles, hooks, concepts, summarize long notes, create structured outlines, rewrite or improve writing. So we can have some use case as well in form of YouTube video outline. So let's say you're creating a video titled 10 productivity hacks to get more done in less time. You want Notion AI to generate a video script outline. So here's the prompt you type. So we can enable this prompt for Notion AI, outline a 5-minute YouTube video titled 10 productivity hacks to get more done in less time. Structure it into an engaging intro, 10 quick tips with descriptions, and a short call to action at the end. So, what will get back? So, Notion AI might return something like this. For intro, we can have the quick hook and tease the list. For quick hook, we can feel like you never have enough time. For tease the list, here are 10 hacks that will change how you work. Next, we have the main content of 4 minutes in form of time blocking, 2-minute rule, Pomodoro technique, batch similar task as well. So, in time blocking, we can plan our day by the hour. We can use steps like 2-minute rule, where if it takes um, greater than 2 minutes, or rather than less than, so it's less than. So, if it takes less than 2 minutes, we can do it now. Next, we have the Pomodoro technique, which is 25-minute focus sprints. We have batch similar tasks which reduce context switching. We can use templates which automate repetitive work. We can use digital declutter where we can clear your desktop in a routine way and in a weekly manner. Okay, we can limit notifications where you turn off non-essential alerts. Use keyboard shortcuts where we save seconds that add up. You can also have morning power hour where we tackle hardest task first. And we can have a weekly review where we can reflect and optimize. So then we can have call to action in form of which months will you try first. Like, comment, and subscribe for more productivity content. As a bonus tip, we can save your prompts. So Notion lets you save recurring prompts in templates. So if you always create videos, blogs, or newsletters, your format is just one click away. Right. So how to use Notion AI? Right. We can type this character and choose Ask AI. We can paste your prompt, and we can simply let Notion generate, edit it, or regenerate if needed. So in one sentence, Notion AI is your favorite built-in writing and brainstorming assistant inside Notion, which is perfect for fast, structured, and smart content creation. Right? This is what we can understand in an end-to-end for Notion. Right? So this builds the end point of creativity. Another example, another content creator we have is Jade Beeson, who is an Instagram strategist extraordinaire. So Jade uses ChatGPT to test hook ideas. Second. Right. So Trade uses ChatGPT to test hook ideas for carousels, reels, and paid ad copy. Formats caption variations, call to actions, and storytelling hook in minutes. She runs headline A/B test for clients using GPT. As a prompt idea, we can have give me 5 hook ideas for an Instagram carousel on how to grow fast on Reels. The next person we have is Dan Coe, who is known as the thought leader flywheel guy. So, Dan converts Twitter threads into newsletters, uses Notion plus GPT to automate this repurposing loop. His entire idea engine is now AI assisted, structured, smart, and scalable. Think about it. What could you, or what if you could build a Notion template that auto generates newsletter intros from your tweets? Give me 1 second. Right. Third part is AI versus traditional content creation, the time hack. Let's face it, content creation takes time. But what if we looked at AI as your team of assistant? What if we look into it in that way and understand how we are able to use our Notion and help in the best way possible? So we can have the task, the traditional time, AI enhanced time, and AI tools used. Right? We can use all these things in the best way possible. So for blog writing, we can have the traditional time is 5 to 6 hours. The AI enhanced time is 30 to 45 minutes. So for each task, as we see for blog writing, without AI, it normally takes 5 to 6 hours. But with AI, it generally takes 30 to 45 minutes. The AI tools we can use here will be ChatGPT, Grammarly. Next, we have presentation creation. The traditional time can be 4 hours. But if we use AI enhanced time, it will be 20 to 30 minutes. The AI tools used can be Tome, Gamma, Canva AI. That is amazing, right? So we also have some other options as well, and we need to discuss and talk about those in detail as well. So we have short form video editing, and it takes 6 to 8 hours for short form video editing without AI. But if we use AI, it generally takes 1 to 2 hours only. The AI tools we have used here will be CapCut AI and Descript. For podcast narration, we have manual VO, which is traditional time. The AI enhanced time is 5 minutes. The AI tools used will be 11 Labs, Descript. For image generation, traditional time is 30 minutes per image. AI enhanced time is 1 minute per image, and that is the game changer. So it will just have 1 minute per image for image generation, and the AI tools used can be Midjourney, DALI, Canva AI. So as we can understand, we can hack time and we can save a lot of time by utilizing and using AI properly. So as a takeaway, AI doesn't just save time, it expands your creative bandwidth. So we have a mini activity in form of your first AI blog intro. As a prompt, you can ask ChatGPT write a blog post introduction on why creators are switching to AI. Now, write your own intro manually. Compare which was faster, which one had better structure. How could you combine both for better output? We can also understand real life creator case studies as well. So let's meet more creators who are scaling content like pros. First, we have J Clouse in form of Creator Science newsletter. So Jay uses AI to brainstorm ideas, write rough drafts, and A/B test subject lines. Generates images for headers using tools like Midjourney. Next, we have Hannah Frankman, the Substack repurposing queen. So Hannah writes long articles and breaks them into 2 to 3 LinkedIn posts. Uses APR plus ChatGPT to automate formatting and delivery. Next, we have Nas Daily, who, in other words, who is Nusir Yassin, who is global video storyteller. So Nas Daily uses AI to generate video scripts, thumbnail tiles, and hooks in multiple languages. His team collaborates with AI on creative ideation and production prep. Amazing, isn't it? We can now reflect and discuss with a prompt which one of these creators inspires you the most and why. How might you replicate or remix their system using your niche? For example, coaching, edtech, YouTube, writing. So, as a closing thoughts for section 1, we can understand AI isn't here to replace creators, it's here to amplify you. Think of it in this way: your brain plus AI is equal to supercharged creativity. That is going to be very, very beneficial and also important in the best way possible. Moving into the slide, section 1 talks about the rise of AI in content. And here we can understand how top creators indeed use AI to scale. We have AI versus traditional content creation and real life creator case studies. So, how top creators use AI to scale. So, we have some examples as well, like Ali Abdul, Jade Beeson, Dan Ko, and we can also imagine creating multi format content from one idea using all. First, we have AI versus traditional content creation in form of blog writing, 5 6 hours, 30 to 45 minutes. Presentation can be for 4 hours, 30 minutes. Then we have video editing for 6 to 8 hours, 1 to 2 hours can be for Descript, CapCut. For podcast narration, we can have manual for 5 minutes, like 11 labs. Then we have image generation, Photoshop, like 1 minute, mid journey. That is what we can understand in the whole ecosystem of AI versus traditional content creation. So, we also understood some real life creator case studies as well, where we talk about Jay Klaus, Hannah Frankman, Nas Daly, and we can also use system and replicate in our content workflow as well. That is really amazing. Section 2 talks about the content architect mindset. So we have section 2 which we can understand. Mhm. So, section two is basically nothing but a mental shift from being a content creator who's always on the hamster wheel to becoming a strategic director of content powered by AI. Section two talks about the content architect mindset. First point is from execution to strategy, which is the key mindset shift. So, most creators are stuck here. This is the flow: writing, editing, publishing, and then repeating the cycle weekly. This is called content treadmill. We want to be the architect, not the bricklayer. A content architect asks, what pillars or themes do I want to own online? Can I turn one blog into 10 assets across platforms? Which AI tools can handle the grunt work? We can have real life analogy: director versus actor. Think of yourself as a film director. So, director plans the scenes, the message, and the experience. Then you let your team, the actors, aka AI tools, bring it to life. So, instead of manually recording every voiceover or building every Instagram post pixel by pixel, let AI take the stage. Can also have case studies in form of startup content strategies in action. So imagine you're the content lead for a growing edtech startup. Here's your one-day content engine. We can write a blog with ChatGPT. We can use Descript to narrate it into a podcast episode. We can convert blog sections into carousels with Canva AI. We can schedule everything using Taplio for LinkedIn. So all this happens in a single workday, not a full week. You can create once, repurpose forever. So this is the mantra of a content architect, where we have a step-by-step system in form of ChatGPT, Descript, ChatGPT again, Canva AI or Midjourney, Zapier or Make. So for ChatGPT, we can write 1,000-word blog post. For Descript, we can turn blog into a video script or end-to-end voiceover. For ChatGPT, we can extract 5 quotes or hooks. And for Canva AI or Midjourney, we can design visuals to match. And for other tools like Zapier or Make, we can schedule and publish everything. Isn't this amazing? So, what do you understand here? Your job be the brain, AI's job is to be the hands. That's it. You can keep it very, very simple. So, we can also need to understand the tools you'll master and what they do. That is also very important to understand. So, we have so many categories which we can talk about in the best way. So the category we have is writing and scripting, the tools we have, and we have the use case as well. We have each and every information which we need. For writing and scripting, the tool we are using is ChatGPT, Notion AI, Grammarly. The use case is blogs, scripts, captions. Similarly, if we go into some other ways, right? Or if we go into some other methods like visual creation, we have other tools like Midjourney, DALI, Canva AI, and the use case is also elaborated. And now it's in brief, but we need to understand this in the best way possible. So the use case here is post branding illustrations. For presentations, the tools we are using is Tome and Gamma, and the use case will be pitches, educational texts. So again, we have video editing as a category, and here the tool we are using is Descript, CapCut AI, Runaway ML. And here the use case can be YouTube, Reels, TikTok. Next, we have podcast production, where the tools here is 11 Labs, Podcast, Descript. And the use case can be voiceover or narration. For automation, we have Zapier, Make, Notion, Airtable. The use case is content pipelines, scheduling. Social outreach tools can be Taplio, Phantom Buster, Shield, and the use case can be LinkedIn growth analytics. That is really amazing how we are able to deep dive and create such amazing use cases for our end to end benefit, right? And also go to social outreach and research and validation. So, in social outreach, we have all these tools, and for research and validation, we have Perplexity, Site.ai, and Consensus. That is very, very important to understand in the best way possible. Use case is topic validation, citation, power content, which is very, very important. So we can also have a reflection prompt where we can take 30 seconds and also ask ourselves, what is one task you do every week? It can be writing, it can be designing, it can be editing, that you could immediately offload to AI starting today. For example, if you spend 4 hours editing Instagram Reels, can CapCut AI help? If it takes you 3 hours to write a blog post, could ChatGPT give you a solid fast draft? The final takeaway we can have for section 2 is a content architect isn't someone with the fanciest gear or the best editing skill. It's someone who knows how to think strategically, knows what to create, and knows how to delegate to AI. So you're not just a creator anymore. You're the architect of an AI powered content machine. And that is truly amazing. So we need to understand and change this slide as well, like shifting from execution strategy. That is very important. So we are focusing on content systems, not isolated post. We can ask what pillars can I automate? And we can have the entire example as well: blog, podcast, carousel, video, and post. Let me take this example. Just 1 minute. Let's try to understand this and break this slide into super simple example so that we can internalize the content architect mindset, the shift from execution to strategy. The title is Shifting from Execution to Strategy, where you're moving from a content worker posting all day to a content architect designing a smart system. First is we can focus on content system, not isolated post. For example, instead of saying, I need to put something on Instagram today, we can simply think and say, how can I create one piece of content that feeds Instagram, LinkedIn, and my newsletter? As a use case, a 5-minute YouTube video gets chopped into a reel, a quote post, and an email tip. That is the truth, and that is what we can understand. Next, we can ask, what pillars can I automate? So, for example, if one of your content pillars is creator productivity, you might use ChatGPT to generate 10 content ideas in that pillar. Use Notion AI to draft our outlines, and we can use the script to auto narrate the scripts. As a system tip, you don't automate ideas, you automate the execution. For an example blog, we can have podcast, carousel, video, post. This is the create once, repurpose forever mindset. So we have example flow, write a blog post in ChatGPT, record it as a podcast via Descript, turn highlights into a carousel um, in Canva, turn that into 30-second Instagram video using CapCut AI, schedule with Zapier or Tepilo. Now we have another tool, and now we just copy this and we say turn that 30-second Instagram using CapCut AI. Explain me with example. So what is CapCut AI? CapCut is a free beginner-friendly video editing app by ByteDance, the creators of TikTok, with built-in AI-powered tools to create stunning videos first. One second. Okay. Checking the audio. That is fine. So we can use it on mobile and web desktop version as well. Mobile, it can be iOS and Android. For web desktop version, we have CapCut.com. So what can CapCut AI do? It has auto subtitles in seconds. CapCut AI has AI generated B-roll and transition. We also have the facility of text to video from scripts. Then we have AI auto captioning and voiceovers. We also have templates that turn text into reels, shorts, or TikToks instantly. For example, we can turn Notion AI explanation into a 30-second Instagram video. Let's say you have just explained this. Notion AI is your personal content assistant that helps you outline YouTube videos, blog posts, and more. So we can have a step-by-step option in CapCut AI where we use a CapCut template. We go to this website, search for AI productivity tips or text to video reels, pick a 30-second reel template with dynamic animation. Next, we can paste your script where we can use this quick video script. And first, we have voiceover or subtitle. So, want to turn your blog into a YouTube video outline in seconds? We can use Notion AI, your content assistant. You can just give it a topic and get a full script instantly. It saves time, you can create more and post faster. There are many benefits we can understand. For visuals, we have AI style animations, we can have typing effects as well, and screenshots or screen recordings of Notion AI in action. You can also add background music from CapCut's free library. And as an optional, we can have AI voiceover if you don't want to record your own voice. As a bonus, we can enable auto captions where CapCut will transcribe and animate the subtitles automatically with cool effects like bounce, fade, or glitch. As a final step, we can export in 9 to 16 format, which is perfect for Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. We can upload directly from CapCut to Instagram or download and post manually. So, in summary, what do we understand? We understand that CapCut AI is the fastest way to turn your script or idea into a polished short form video, even if you have zero editing experience. Next, this is what we can understand from CapCut. Can all schedule all with Zapier or Taplio. As a result, one idea can be five content types. Next point we have is strategy, which means more impact, less burnout. And why this matters. So instead of feeling overwhelmed by content tasks, you spend more time thinking big, less time doing small. For example, if you batch create one big idea a week and AI handles the breakdown, you post every day without burning out. So, as a summary, we can understand the old way execution was I need a post today, whereas the new way is I'll build a system to repurpose. The old way execution was manually doing everything, but the new way is AI handles 70% of it. As summary, we can have burnout, and in new way, we can have consistency plus clarity. That is what we can understand. So this is all which can understand from shifting execution to strategy. We can focus on content systems, not isolate post. We can ask what pillars can I automate. Next, we have this option where we can create once, repurpose forever model. How we can do this? We create this using AI tools and mention the tools and purpose. So the slide we have shared represents create once, repurpose forever model, and we can build the entire system using in AI tools. Here's how we can recreate the workflow step by step using specific tools with each one serving a clear purpose. So how can we create this model using AI tools? Step one is block via ChatGPT. So the tool is ChatGPT. The purpose is turn your idea or outline into a fully formed blog post. And you can also now further understand how to use this. So we can turn our idea or outline into a fully formed blog post. And how we can use this. As a prompt, we can write a 700-word blog post on your topic in an engaging tone. You can refine tone, structure, or add examples with follow ups. As an output, we have blog posts that can be used in the content nucleus. Step 2 talks about script, where we have video using Descript. The tool we are using is Descript. The purpose is we can turn your blog into a narrated video or packed with minimal effort. So, how can we use this? We can paste the blog as a video script. We can use overdub to narrate with your AI voice. We can add screen or B-roll visuals if needed. As an output, we have YouTube video, voiceover podcast, or audiogram. Step 3 talks about quotes, then tweets, LinkedIn. In this scenario, the tools we can use here is ChatGPT plus Taplio or Typefully. The purpose is to extract tweet size or post size nuggets from your blog. And how can we use this? As a prompt, we can extract five thought provoking quotes from this blog to post on Twitter or LinkedIn. We can format them as threads or carousel captions. As outposts, we can understand social micro content like quotes, um, tips, stats. That is very, very important to understand. Step 4, we have visuals via the mid-journey Canva, right? So the tool we are using is Midjourney for art. Midjourney is being used for AI art. Canva is used for branded templates. The purpose can be we can create visual assets that match each quote or post. And how can we do this? Midjourney can be used with we can prompt and we can use these prompts like futuristic workspace with creators using AI to generate visuals. For Canva, we can drop quotes into carousels, YouTube thumbnails, or even infographics. As output, we can have carousel post, visual quotes, and thumbnails. Step 5 is auto schedule with Zapier. So the tool we are using is Zapier. The purpose is automate posting and publishing across platforms. And how can we use it? First, we can create a Zap. So when file is added to Google Drive, we can schedule the post to LinkedIn, Buffer, Notion, linked into platforms like WordPress, Twitter, or YouTube. As an output, we can have content that publishes while you sleep. As a bonus tip, we can build it all in Notion. So the tool is Notion. The purpose is plan and track all your content ideas plus repurposing pipelines. As add-ons, we have Notion AI for quick rewrites or repurposing prompts. You can have an end-to-end summary with the AI tools and purpose as well. So we have all these steps, the AI tool we can use, the purpose and the output. So AI tool, if it's chat GPT, the purpose is generate blog posts, the output is long form content. Descript is a tool where we can turn blog into video or audio. As output, we have video, then podcast. AI tool we are using is ChatGPT plus Taplio. The purpose is extract and format quotes. Output can be tweets and LinkedIn post. Next, we have Midjourney or Canva, where the purpose is visuals for posts or thumbnails. Output can be carousels, banners, covers. Next, we have Zapier, and the purpose is schedule and automate publishing. Output can be content auto distributed. This is what we can understand by the slide create once, repurpose forever model. Next, we have the tools overview where for writing we use ChatGPT, Notion AI. For visuals, we are using Midjourney, Canva AI. For presentations, we're using Tome or Gamma. For video, we are using Descript and CapCut. For automation, we are using Zapier and Notion. For research, we are using Perplexity and Consensus. It's very important to have a good understanding of all these tools. Section 3 is build your stack. Now, that is also very important to understand how can we build our stacks in the best way possible. Right. And section 3 of day 1 in detail. Just give me a second. So now we understand how we are building section 3 of day 1, where we're getting ready to build your stack into a practical, inspiring, and beginner friendly walkthrough with clarity on what each skill means, real world examples, and how this sets the foundation for your AI content architect journey. This is the benefit of section 3. We are getting ready to build your stack. The goal is to set the stage for 30-second transformation, learn what you will build, how the course works, and get hands on with ChatGPT. Part 1 focuses on overview of the 8 skill areas you will master. These are the pillars of your AI powered content system. Think of them as the tech stack of a modern creator. First, we have the presentation generation. The tool examples here are Storm, Gamma, Canva AI. The use case here is pitch decks, course slides, content briefs. For example, you can use a prompt in tone to turn a blog into a visual 10 slide deck. Next part is ChatGPT templates in form of reusable content formats. The tool here is ChatGPT plus Notion. The use case will be to save time by reusing proven content formats. For example, we have cold email template, then we have the newsletter structure, and then we got the YouTube hook as well. So for the tool, we are using ChatGPT plus Notion. We are saving time by using proven content formats. As example, we are using cold email templates, newsletter structure, and also YouTube hook, which is outline, and CTA prompt flow, where you will build your own prompt library. Next, we have the content workflows. For tool example, we have Notion plus Zapier plus Google Drive. As use case, we can automate the journey from the idea, or we can automate the journey from the idea, blog, video, post. For example, we can type a topic in Notion. It triggers ChatGPT via Zapier, and the posts are auto scheduled via Buffer. You can also have video editing in form of tool examples like Descript, CapCut AI, Runaway ML. For a use case, we can have AI generated captions, cuts, and transitions. And for example, you can upload a raw talking head video where CapCut adds auto captions, removes silences, and formats for reels. For podcasting, we have tool examples like the Script, 11 Labs, Podcastle. The use case can be turns block scripts into spoken word podcast. Examples, we have block from ChatGPT, narrated in 11 Labs, edited in Descript, uploaded to Spotify. For image creation, we have tool examples like Canva AI, Midjourney, DALI. Use case can be social graphics, thumbnails, infographics. So, for example, we can create a futuristic workspace background in Midjourney. We can design carousels in Canva with your block codes. Next, we have LinkedIn automation. So the tool examples are Taplio, Phantom Buster, Shield Analytics. Use case can be to grow your audience plus repurpose smartly. For example, we can schedule 2 weeks of LinkedIn post. We can also track top performing formats, and we can also automate DMs to new followers. It's great. As a research, we can have the total examples, use case with some other examples as well. So for tool example, we have Perplexity, Consensus, Site.ai. As use case, we can validate your claims and find citations. For example, we have give me 3 studies that support daily content creation benefits. Use results to strengthen blog intros or YouTube scripts. That is great. Next, we can understand how the course is structured. So each day can be one focused lesson. So we can have 3 sections. But the first can be education, where we learn the concept. Then we have demo, where we watch the tool in action. Next, we have application, where we build something yourself. You'll also get reusable prompt templates in form of cheat sheets, AI workflow maps. So in cheat sheets, we have top 10 prompts for LinkedIn growth. For AI workflow maps, for example, we have from Notion to newsletter in 20 minutes. For final capstone, you build your own AI content factory that runs 24/7 with minimal impact. Next, we can get started with ChatGPT plus have a prompt basic where step one, we set up ChatGPT. So free is great for beginners, but plus unlocks GPT-4, which gives better answers. We have DALI, which is best for image generation, and we have file uploads and advanced tools as well. Step two is all about organizing your prompt library in form of tools where we have Notion or Google Docs. We have suggested categories like writing, visuals, outreach, and repurposing. So you will reuse these prompts like recipes. Step three is we can try these beginner prompts as well. So we can create a 5 slide presentation outline titled Why AI is the Future of Content Creation. We can rewrite this LinkedIn post to sound like casual storyteller with a strong hook. As a bonus, we can try the same prompt with 3 tones: professional, witty, analytical, and see how the voice changes. So by the end of this day, we will understand and we'll have a mindset shift where you're no longer just a creator, you are a content architect. A preview of 8 skills you'll master, your first AI generated content as well. So, as a homework, we can pick a favorite creator, analyze how they can or they use AI in their workflow, try one ChatGPT prompt plus one tool like Canva, Descript, or Tome, save it in a Notion doc, which will be your creator portfolio. As an optional share, we can post it on LinkedIn with AI Content Architect. So, I don't know if I'm just going into LinkedIn right now, and you see that you have all this post, all the options we have. You see that we can post and we can share our progress using AI. And what we have done is how we are able to research, get stories, and also share them with using AI. So then we have article India leads in agnetic AI. So with 80% of business activity exploring the development of autonomous agent, India is at the forefront of agnetic AI adoption. Right. So that is very, very important. How we are able to use all these options. Right. So this is the section which we need to understand, build your stack. So 8 skills you'll master. That is important. In this course, there will be 8 skills which you will need to master using the innate powers of AI. Now, that is really, really important, and how we are able to understand this is for our own benefit and for using in the best way possible. How we are getting these options, right? So, for presentations, this is going to be the first skill. Then we'll have GPT templates, followed by content workflows. Then we have video editing. The fifth point is podcasting. Six will have image creation. Seven, LinkedIn automation. And eight will be research. First, we have kind of course structure plus capstone, where we have 30 lessons in 30 days. Each day will be 3 sections where we can educate. We have a small example and we'll apply. We'll have tools, templates, prompt libraries included in this as well. As a final capstone project, we can build an AI content factory. So this is going to be the first option where we can get started with ChatGPT, and we can perform all these steps using ChatGPT itself, where we can be able to learn end to end about all these products. So as setup, we have free or plus account where we can organize prompts by category in Notion. We can try these prompts where we can create a 5 slide deck on AI content. We can rewrite this post in a storytelling note, and as a bonus, we can test different tones for our adaptability. That is going to be very, very unique and very important on how we are going to have an end to end idea, an end to end notion about using these AI tools in the best way possible. That AI has been very, very important, and it is now one of the leading technologies which everyone is exploring and jumping the bandwagon on. But we need to understand that AI is very, 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 you know, we need to be very careful when we are using AI and when we are using any AI based tools. So it really shapes our own understanding how we are able to use AI for our own benefit, for our own reason, right? And if not used responsibly, it will lead to more work and it will, not be productive. So it's a good practice to be very, very productive while using AI. That is what we can understand in the best way possible. Right, so that's how we build our understanding, that's how we build our unique skills, and that's how we can have a very good outlook of using AI. So this is going to be the homework and reflection of day one, where we can pick a creator and explore their AI potential. We can try one chat gpt prompt plus one AI tool. We can save results in Notion where we start your portfolio end to end. As an optional, we can share on LinkedIn using hashtag AI content architect. So this is how we can conclude this lesson end to end. And in this lesson, we have learned a lot of things. Mostly this covered the introduction. But with time, we are going to have a much in depth knowledge and understanding of each and every AI tool so that we can master each and every relevant skill. Right, so this is how we can have an end-to-end understanding, an end-to-end notion of today's lesson. In the next lesson, we are going to we're going to dive deeper into how we are using AI tools for our benefits, how we are able to maximize the most by using AI. So until then, thank you so much.